If you're a beginner or intermediate guitarist looking to expand their 7th chord choices, this video is for you. What I'm about to do here today is go over a number of my go-to chord voicings that I use whenever I see major 7ths, minor 7ths, and dominant 7ths on a chart. I'll also show you how I would practice playing them so that you can memorize them quicker. This is particularly going to be great for jazz guitarists, but these voicings will also be well served for people looking to get into some neo-soul and R&B playing. All right, let's start with all the voicings for major 7th chords. So here are all the 7th chord voicings that I like to use with the root on the 5th string. What I like about these voicings are they sound good, number one, but also they feed into each other. What I mean by that is the top note on each one of these chord voicings are close enough to each other that kind of makes a little bit of a melody. The way I would practice it would be to play it all the way up. And then once I get to the top, I go back down. Now, this voicing and this voicing particularly do not have the root in it. This is a upper structure, or at least the top part of this voicing. And then this is just an inversion of a major 7, D major 7. So this is also assuming that you've established the root either before with a chord voicing that has the root, or the bass player is playing it. So either way, these are all the different chord voicings I like to use in and around the position where the root is on the 5th string. Now I want to show you the position for major 7th chords with the root on the 6th string. So I'm going to do it in G right now. So what I have here is just different iterations that again are close together, and the top notes are going up and down in a nice linear fashion. So if I were to practice this again, I go up and down. And all I'm trying to do is memorize this shape or these shapes going in and out of each other. If you wanted to get another level of complexity, you can skip one and go back one. So from here to this, to here, to here. That sounds nice because you're just moving the top note. And then same thing here. Okay. Now, the next thing to do after this is to feed them into each other. For example, I'm going to do D major here and D major here. So I'm going to go all the way up. And then continue going up. And once I get to this top point, I go back down. But then I come down this way. And then I can continue down further from here all the way down to this. So again, this is good practice going back all the way up. And here. This is the beginning of you mastering the fretboard and not being specifically boxed in by one particular position. And so this is good for voice leading in between these two positions, wherever you might be, and just feeding one position into the next. Next, let's go over some minor seventh chords. Okay, for minor 7th chord voicings, I'm going to be playing in C minor, starting off with the root on the 5th string. Then again, want to go up and down. Now I'm going to do it on the 6th string. Then I'll go up and down. Then just like I did on the major 7th, I'm going to combine the two positions. So again, I'll practice that going up and down, making sure I can bridge both positions smoothly, so I always have the full fretboard available to me for whichever voicing I want and whichever direction I want to go. The last set we need to go over is dominant 7th chords. For the dominant 7ths, I'm going to do C again. So C dominant, starting with the 5th string position. Again, I would practice this in this particular position, going up and down. Now for the 6th string position, we'll do it in C as well. And again, I'm going to go up and down. One way I like to incorporate these voicings is to play through songs, but making sure I have to use 2 or 3 voicings per chord change before moving on to the next chord. Watch how I do it over a small passage from All the Things You Are. Notice that I try and keep the chord voicings closer together so they feed into each other as much as possible. Well, I hope you found this helpful in expanding your 7th chord vocabulary on guitar. Be sure to practice these voicings while being mindful on how they relate to each other, both in terms of voice leading and position. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more useful tutorials like this one. Thanks, and I'll see you guys again soon.